Hello, everyone. In the weeks leading up to his heartbreaking death, legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne, famously dubbed the Prince of Darkness, shocked fans and loved ones alike with a haunting confession about his biggest regret. A revelation that has now cast a shadow of pain and reflection over his incredible legacy, leaving millions around the world grappling with the complexity of his larger-than-life persona and the vulnerable man behind the music. And as we peel back the layers of his final words and life story, the picture that emerges is both inspiring and devastating. A tale of triumph, excess, and the crushing weight of choices that cannot be undone. For while Ozzy built an empire through his trailblazing career as the frontman of Black Sabbath and his unforgettable solo ventures, defining heavy metal for generations and carving his place into music history, he also carried within him a lifetime of personal struggles, battles with addiction, broken relationships, and a torment that fame and fortune could never erase. And it was during those final weeks that Ozzy sat down in one of his rarest moments of honesty, stripped of bravado, stripped of the rock star image, and admitted that his greatest regret was not the chaos of his career, not even the scandals that often rocked his family's public image, but the years he felt he had stolen from those he loved most. His wife Sharon, his children, and even his bandmates. Years wasted in a haze of drugs, alcohol, and reckless living that robbed him of precious time, irreplaceable memories, and opportunities to simply be present as a father, a husband, and a friend. This confession, described by those close to him as one of the most gut-wrenching truths he ever uttered, revealed the man behind the myth. A man tormented by guilt over missing milestones in his children's lives, over putting Sharon through decades of turmoil, and over the friendships destroyed by his unpredictable spirals into self-destruction. And he admitted that even though he had found moments of redemption and sobriety, the damage done in the past was a wound that could never fully heal, a weight he would carry until his final breath. As fans revisit his interviews and listen to the raw honesty in his late-life words, it becomes clear that Ozzy's legacy is not just about his music, but also about the lessons embedded in his journey, that fame cannot protect the human heart from regret, that success cannot shield the soul from its mistakes, and that even icons who seem untouchable are, in the end, fragile and flawed beings searching for peace. His regret has also sparked an outpouring of emotion from fans worldwide, many of whom have taken to social media to reflect on their own relationships, their own mistakes, and the way Ozzy's story is a reminder to cherish time, to heal rifts, and to prioritize love over self-destruction. And though his passing leaves a void that can never be filled in the music world, his confession serves as a final message, a cautionary tale, and a legacy of truth that transcends his electrifying performances, his outrageous antics, and even the controversies that defined much of his career. Weeks before his death, when Ozzy Osbourne confessed his biggest regret, he gave the world a glimpse not of the rock god, but of the man John Michael Osbourne, the son, the husband, the father, and the flawed soul who longed for forgiveness and peace. And while it's bad, while it's painful, it's also deeply human, a reminder that no matter how high we soar, no matter how loud the applause, the weight of regret can echo louder than any guitar riff, and that perhaps his truest gift to the world in those final days was not a song, not a performance, but the courage to admit the truth that haunted him until the end. John Michael Osbourne was born at the maternity hospital in Marston Green, then in Warwickshire, on the 3rd of December 1948, and grew up in the Aston area of Birmingham. His mother, Lillian, was a non-observant Catholic who worked at a Lucas factory. His father, John Thomas Jack Osbourne, 1915 to 1977, worked night shifts as a toolmaker at the General Electric Company. Osbourne had 3 older sisters named Jean, Iris and Gillian, and 2 younger brothers named Paul and Tony. The family lived in a small 2-bedroom home at 14 Lodge Road in Aston, Osbourne gained the nickname Ozzy as a child. He dealt with dyslexia at school. His accent was described as hesitant brummy. Thanks for watching.